Hey everyone, welcome back. Finally, Mindset Explosion is back and after the summer holidays. So hope you've all had a great break. If you've have children and the children all settled back at school now. So I thought I'd kick this one off. It's episode number 61 and we're talking about the problem with negative mindset. So please subscribe if you want to catch on these videos more regular. Share, of course, and like, comment. It all helps and it pushes out. And really, the whole point of this is just to kind of help for us to become better versions of ourselves, improve ourselves, and just have a little think a bit. And most of the time, you know what, I'm teaching myself. So today we're talking about the problem with negative mindset. So we all have that down moment. We all know, when we're saying, "Oh, I can't do this," we all go through that. I would say. So what we want to obviously try and stay on is that positive mindset. So many different tips and tricks for that. But sometimes it's really important to understand that negative mindset as well. That way we can allow ourselves to, not go into that mindset, if that makes sense, okay? So it's not just about, I can't do it. More often than not, that negative mindset, it can start to breed and it can manifest into something much, much bigger if we're not careful and we're not aware of what's going on. In my experience, where I've seen so many negative mindsets, it becomes such a limiting, more than a limiting belief. It almost freezes that person. And what I notice is that when they get more and more into that negative mindset, they're losing control of themselves. They're losing control of what they want to do. They're losing control of where they want to go. And most often they start to blame other situations or other reasons or other people for why they haven't achieved something or why they aren't going to this. It's never, ever their fault. And I'm not talking about where something drastically happens. It's like there's always a reason. There's always an excuse. There's always someone did this. I'm in this situation because of that. It comes almost across like we're in that victim mindset, and then of course we get a little bit of or maybe they get a little bit of praise, or it's okay, and then that starts to feed it even more. So it's like it becomes totally stuck in that attitude of, it's the world is against me, everyone hates me. And what happens is if you're around that as well, so if you're in that mindset and think, oh yeah, I've done that, that's okay, because now you're starting to think. Now you can be aware of that to make that little change. Because what you focus is exactly what is going to happen. So if I want to look for everything negative that's not working for me right now, I can easily find it. And then I'll start to feel down, my shoulders are going to drop. Because we all have those problems. We all have something that's maybe not quite going our way. But we can either let that happen, and blame it on whatever X, Y, Z, or this person, that person, whatever's happened, the weather, how things are, or we can decide, I gotta take control of this. Hey Sonny, how you doing, buddy? I was thinking about you earlier. Sorry, I hope you get having a bit of luck with your academy and stuff, looking for it. Sorry, went off on one there. So look, we can blame it on others or we can take control. We always have that choice. And that's the great thing. We have a choice, because now when I got a choice, I'm fully in control. I can't control what happens to me. We know all this. But what am I going to do? Am I going to sit here and moan and complain and say, well, it's because of this, because of that? But then that negative mindset happens. And if we're around it, no matter how strong you are, you just bear in mind, there's little seeds going in. And things where I've taken time to reflect on, stuff that's happened in my life over the years, different careers, different jobs, where I was being around different people, where that negativity, you think it's not coming in, but it is, okay? So that negative mindset, I think is a lie to yourself. When you get into that frame of mind, it starts to become a lie. You're lying to yourself because you're saying I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that. It becomes a lie because so many people have achieved so many great things. You've got so much on social media. You only got to flick on your Facebook now, and I guarantee if you scroll down, there'll be some inspiring video, maybe someone that's had something awful that's happened to them and they take control of it. And they've decided, well, I'm not going to let that limit me. Something that's had the worst kind of possible upbringing or whatever, and they're not going to let that hold them back. So there's so much there. If those people can do that and had some of the worst things and horrendous things or that happen or they've seen or been a part of, they've experienced, and then still go on and do some massively great things and have that, well, I'm not letting that defeat me, then we can do exactly the same. All they've done is made that choice. It was a great program. If you guys can get it on BBC iPlayer, it was last week, called Driven. I forget the guy's name now, but basically at 17 he lost both his legs in a car racing accident, and within 3 months he you know, it meant they were saying you can't drive a single seated car now because you're disabled. He got that overturned within 3 months of losing his legs. In less than a year, 11 months later, he's back in a driver's seat racing and got third place and the next level up a car. And it was so inspiring. Like, find it. It's called Driven. I'm sure it'd be on BBC iPlayer anyway. Let me come back to this. So negative mindsets, they spend a lot of time thinking on how they can project their problems onto others. And in the extreme, right? It's almost like narcissistic in some respects. So nothing is getting taken responsibility for. Now, we can all slip into that. We can all get a negative thought. It's part of life. It's part of being human. But the great thing is, if we're aware when it's happening, we can take full control. So the next time you find yourself saying you can't do something, or, you know what, it's because of this, you find yourself blaming something, just take a pause for a sec. Don't get yourself beat up that that's happened, but decide, well, what is it I can control right now? There's always, every problem can be solved. Every problem can be solved. And if we think like that, yes, there might be something that is going to be so difficult, but then maybe you just got to change the outlook towards that. I've met so many people through Cheltenham martial arts that have come in from all different backgrounds, some not even maybe long to live, but their outlook was, I'm going to take control of what I have. I'm going to live for what I got right now. I'm going to go out and do something I want to do. And that's all it comes down to. And it's all about what we're telling ourselves up here. And of course, who we surround ourselves with. So if you find you've got too much negativity around you, brilliant, you can change that. You've got control to change that. And if you find those thoughts are coming in for yourself, the great news is you can change that as well. So maybe take like a 10-day positive mental attitude thinking challenge or whatever it would be. All right, guys, hope you got something from this. I'm coming a little bit early, so please share. I'll get this loaded up to YouTube at some point later in the week, and also check me out on my podcast if you prefer the audio in the car. But please subscribe if you want to keep up to date with this. Just go to the top and change like and follow, and then you obviously get notified every time I go on live. Guys, have a great day. Make it a great day. Make it a great week. And we still got some nice sunny weather, but we don't need the sun. We just make the best of what we got, right? So have a great day, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye. Peace and love.